Alright guys, this is gonna be another League of Legends cast. This is a game I played with all my friends, so it's a pre-made 5v5 ranked game. Um, Tomato Saint or me, I'm gonna be playing Singed. My friend Chives playing Rammus. Cody on Ashe, Daniel on Anivia, and Tony on I think he's Tryndamere. I'm not 100% sure. He's either Tryndamere or Yi. On the opposing team, we've got Green Game playing Xin 1-3, or I guess that's an I. So I3 playing Kennen, 2 Tum 01 playing Brand, Mayo Mine playing Poppy, and Master Seong playing Mayoki. Or I don't know. I always say it wrong. Mayokai or whatever. Mayokai, I guess is how it's played. The tree dude is what I'll be referring to him to as. So right now, you can see we're kind of a tanky but really fragile team in that, Singed and Rammus, I believe I'm going to play off tank AP. Rammus is going to be full tank. So we are pretty tanky. We did this because we noticed how much damage they're going to be bursting out. Kennen, Brand, and Poppy all do a lot of burst damage. Tree Dude is going to be mainly their tank. And then we have our Anivia AP carry, Ashe our AD carry, and Master Yi for kind of a little bit of an anti-carry assassin type role. I would say he does not really fit super well into this team comp, but we're going to try and make it work. So right now, I would say we should team fight level 1 because we have a Singed, and Singed level 1 is really good with his fling to separate people and then to blast them. We also have Rammus, where if he got Tom first, but he can't. I mean, he is jungle, so he does get defensive curl, which you need to jungle. But either way, we are going to be trying to do something. Once we get Rammus caught up, Ashbox a little bit outside, so we got to check this bush, and we see no one's here. They could have started glows, but I'm like 90% sure they started blues, so Rammus pings for that, and we're not all in position. He did go off a little bit by himself. If we were all there, I don't know if we would have picked someone off. But he does have defensive ball curl. He is going to try and get away. I fling my Oki. He does have the lowest amount of health of them. I get slammed into a wall by Poppy, and Brand comes in with a flame, whatever. And that was just a bad level 1 engage. I'll admit that right now. Because Rammus went in there by himself, essentially. And, yeah, that probably was not the best. Yeah, half our team didn't engage. So, yeah, we had a bunch of people stuck in the back, and Anivia definitely should have, done something a little bit before we started fighting. I mean, not before we started fighting, but she should have been in the back-ish kind of front, though, to get her Q off so that she could stun them. Definitely would have helped. But we do have Anivia mid. I'll be solo top Singed, which is one of my favorite things because once team fights start rolling around, even if we lose the laning phase, I could just start owning face. Since he's a really good solo top and he's just really good at tanking. So we have a little bit of a help from Anivia to pick up blue. Always nice to get your AP carry some help. I'm getting essentially free experience right now because they're not here. So, yes, that's always nice to get some free XP. I actually don't do so well in the laning phase. They did have a Kennen who was rather tanky and was pretty good at denying me. I'm not really used to playing with a Kennen, so I kind of lost a little bit on just kind of knowing the opposing champion I was against. And for that reason, I did take some hits and did go down a couple times where I should have been a little bit more watchful of her ult. But you will see my mistakes later. So just trying to last hit. Obviously, last hitting and CSing is one of the most important parts of this game. If you don't CS well, you're not going to have the best items, and you're not going to be as good late game. So the best way to set yourself up for a good late game is by CSing well. And as you can see, this Kennen hitting pretty hard and is doing a lot of harass. She does have flat AP runes and a Doran's shield, so she's going to have a lot of lane survivability, and she's going to be kind of a hassle to deal with. That's actually more than just Quince. If she had just Quince with flat AP, she'd have 15. But she actually has more than that. So I am going to be relying on Rammus for ganks, and I don't even know how much that happens this game. But regardless, we're going to see how well I can do against a Kennen. So obviously, I'm going to try and want to play as passively as you can. if you are solo top singed and you are being kind of not outlaned, but if you're getting pushed back, you just want to set up your poison so you can try and get as many minions, try and avoid tower shots, and avoid getting hit. Obviously, is important as anyone. I mean, pick the fights you want to get hit. I mean, I picked up at least 4 minions there. Yes, I did get hit, and yes, that E is annoying, but not the end of the world. A little bit of a gank going down on Anivia. Xin actually goes down, and the egg actually allows Anivia to live. She misses her Q, though, so that is not going to be another kill. The Brand in this game, obviously, or not obviously, but when we finish up this game, we find out the Brand is not actually their best player. It was definitely their Kennen is the only one who's going to be dishing damage late game. I'm not really sure why that's so, but the Brand just gets really destroyed by this Anivia in mid. As for bot, we have Yi and Ashe, who should be getting just solid CS and last hitting. Let's just check the CS. So I'm at around 13. Rammus is at 13. So doing really good for a jungle. Rammus is one of the better jungles. Ashe at 10. Anivia at 15. And Master Yi at 6. Anivia did pick up first blood, though, so that's like an extra, I think it's around 20 CS. If you factor that in terms of how much it gets you in terms of CS. And Master Yi at 6, so Master Yi with the lowest. On the other team, though, we've got Xin Zhao with 9, which is much lower than our jungle. Kennen 19, beating me by only 2, actually. Kind of surprising, but I will get some of these minions. So me and Kennen are actually pretty even for how defensive I'm having to play. And that's one thing about Singe is really good. You can be this defensive, yet still get a good amount of CS. And yeah, Anivia, or Xin definitely did not want to die in the jungle right there. Or not in the jungle, but this early. As a jungler, because the jungle levels up as time passes on, you don't want to die early. That definitely costs you. So just trying to play. I'm pretty passive at this point. I don't want to get bursted for nothing. I mean, yeah, I could go in there, do some harass, throw him backwards, poison him, whatever. But he does have a Doran shield, so, I mean, it's not that big a deal. And we see Anivia. Excuse me. Actually picking up a kill on Ashe, on Brand. Xin, on the other hand, did just gank bot and did pick up a kill on our Ashe. Luckily, he did not also go down, so just need to play a little more defensive. Obviously, they were really far up. They did not have a ward, and that's something you just don't want to do as a duo lane or a solo lane. You need to be aware that if they have a jungler, you need to just keep that in the back of your mind. Our Rammus doesn't really gank that often. I mean, he could gank top. He actually doesn't gank at all this game, I don't think. So definitely something, as a jungler, you really need to know how to gank. I mean, that's a pivotal role as a jungler, and you need to be proficient with it. So, just check the items real quick. I haven't backed, so, I mean, I don't have any. But I have 26. I'm almost the most farmed in the game. Kennen with 34. She's getting a little bit ahead of me, but not by much. I am out farming Brand in mid, which is good. Sorry, I'm so boring, guys. Woo. The score is 2-1 at 7.5 minutes. We did pick up first blood, so we definitely have the advantage. Master Yi and Ashe should have great farm bot. Master Yi only at 17, Ashe at 18. So actually pretty even. We do have a ward, so we do see Kennen is coming down mid. I ping for it. Instead of going down with them, I'm going to use this opportunity to go get some extra CS, try and get in the lead in terms of CS. And Kennen is now mid. Hopefully that means Brand will be coming up here. But it doesn't. I wish they'd switch lanes. It would have been actually smarter for them because Brand is getting killed by Anivia quite a lot. And I would have enjoyed having a really bad Brand up here instead of a pretty dang good Kennen. But that's alright. Regardless, because she has 5 AP, she will drop off a little bit in terms of late game. She won't be as terrifying. I mean, early game, obviously, she is going to be dangerous, but with flat APs, they're not as big a help late game. They're still there, but, you know. So I am going to take all the tower damage I can get. She's actually not going to... I thought she was going to run in and chase me, but she doesn't. I think she's a little more scared of me than I give myself credit for. And maybe my kind of mistake in this game is playing a little bit too passively. I definitely do let her get too farmed, which was a bit of a blunder on my part. But, you know, I am even with her in CS almost, 34 to 42. She did pick up some in mid. But the thing about that is with her ult and with the fact that I really actually don't have any tank items right now, I'm pretty squishy. So I don't want to be too advantageous in my attacks. But the other thing is we definitely want to, as a tank, I'm already looking at kind of who's getting CS, who's getting good items, who's not. And it's pretty obvious that I need to be getting magic resist. A little bit off topic. But as a tank, you definitely want to be kind of checking out what kind of damage they're getting. But beyond that, even if they have 3 ADs and like 1 AP and then a tank AP, if you're noticing that the 3 ADs aren't farming well and aren't really, you know, getting the most gold, then I think it's perfectly reasonable to pick up better items. And the only reason I die here is because I got ignited and then ganked. So a little bit of a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have gone down. If I had popped that, if I had not been ignited, I would have lived. But yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, look at who's getting farm. If the AP has all their farm and all their kills, then just get magic resist and don't worry that much about the AD because the health will take care of it. So it's really a personal call, and you got to really just watch out because there's so many factors about who. I mean, if someone has a lot of CC, go for tenacity boots over boots of swiftness. It just depends. So I'm going to get my boots of swiftness. Hopefully that will stop ganks in the future. I don't buy a ward. I actually don't have enough money. I really need to start getting that ROA so I can start being tanky. And, you know, that gank was kind of my fault. I talked about it. You need to be passive if you don't have a ward and you don't know where their jungler was. And I really wasn't. I relied on my ult and my slow, but the ignite killed me. I mean, if I hadn't been ignited, even if my flash hadn't gone that well and they still chased me, I would have been fine because of my ult. So it was kind of unfortunate. And as for skills, I'm gonna Singed, I'll just tell you, get 1 point in E for a very early game. It's really good for jungle, ganking, and just all-around good skill. Then max out Q and W. I've seen people max out EE because it gives you damage, but as a tank, you shouldn't really be concerned with your damage. You more want the CC effect of your slow. And right here, we're talking about, I thought he had Kennen, but he doesn't. He only played him during the free week. So the other thing that really kind of went wrong for me as a solo top is I actually never got a gank from jungle. And it's not that he didn't gank, it's just that he never came top, which was kind of a giant blunder on his part. He definitely should have been top more than not. And I'm going to use the fact that my lane's really pushed to go mid and maybe help kill Brand. Though he's getting completely outlaned here. It is level 7 to level 10. So our Anivia obviously just outplaying him. I'm going to show myself mid and try and go for this tower. We could possibly just tank it, though there are a lot of Mias. Kennen could come down. There goes the ult. I try and split up so that the ult doesn't do as much bouncing as it could. And then go back to hitting the tower. So we pick up mid tower pretty early. Zin's going to go in there. He's going to try and fling. I'm going to get her off the carry and then pick up the kill. So I didn't mean to chaos the AP carry, but I didn't want Zin to get off a big combo on Nivea. And we see Mayoki way out of position. He is going to go down to us. He tries to do a little bit of a getaway, but we are going to pick him up. So Nivea with a great pickup there. And with our AP carry getting fed, it's going to be pretty dang dangerous. We are going to pick up Dragon now. One thing is, if you have the advantage and you can pick up a Dragon, just go for it. Push every little advantage. And when I say that, I don't mean go for like a risky Dragon. Never go for a risky Dragon if you have a chance of losing a team fight because of it. But if you're in a position where you could get it, I mean, I would say go for it. I did pick up blue buff out of that fight, which is really good. I see Kennen's going to push tower, so I use my ult. Or I don't use my ult, I use my ghost to get places. I'm actually not used to running ghost that much because I usually go with exhaust. So I'm just going to try and slow her, kind of harass her a little bit away from the tower. I did overcommit to that a lot. She does ignite, and I could not get my flash off because that's stunned. So Well played from her. I did a lot of damage, but it wasn't enough. So a little bit of a blunder on my part. I should pick up the blasting rod of the Roa and be doing a lot more damage poison-wise, seeing as that's essentially my only AP. Except for the AP runes. I actually run AP runes with Singed. I don't think I need tank runes because, well, with AP items you get tankier with Singed. So, or not AP items, but mana items, which are a lot of AP items. So Kennen obviously is pretty much doing the best on their team. She's 1-0-1, and I'm laning against her, which is unfortunate. She is one of those AP carries that is just kind of good against Singed with so much harass and a lot of burst too. So Anivia going in there trying to pick up the kill on Kennen. Is going to get turret dive, but I will peel that guy off and try and go for this hamster, but I won't be able to get him. Or maybe I will. Nope, Mayoki's here. Time to back off. Flash. And I dodged Poppy's charge eloquently. I kept Anivia alive in her egg. And because of that, we should be just fine. So, going 2-2 did pick up a kill out of that. They did just lose in for nothing. We didn't lose anybody. We did lose a turret, though, which is unfortunate. But it is a top turret, which, as I say during a lot of my cast, turrets, these turrets right here, I can't ping. So this turret right here and this turret right here are incredibly cheap late game. The only thing they bring to your team early is just the global gold, which, I mean, is an advantage, but not that big a deal. So I see a lot of farm mid, and I'm just going to love nom-nomming on this with my poison. Wait for that bomb to go off, and then just going to go poison everything. And hopefully be able to get a Roa pretty soon. I'm not that far from it, but actually Ashe comes up and takes a lot of farm from me as well. So the one thing with Singe that is really important is mobility. Obviously, I get boots of swiftness over boots of mobility, but in general, boots, getting early boots of swiftness, getting a little bit of AP for that poison and fling damage is just pivotal in terms of helping. So we see a little bit of a turret dive. Zin took a lot of damage. Ashe does not have much health left, but I'm going to steer him away and try and go for a kill here. I know a lot of them are here. Rammus is here, though, and we're going to go straight for this kill. There's 3v2, but she's almost dead. I could have flung her into the tower right there. I didn't realize that. However, she probably will go down. Yeah, she is going to go down to the poison. And now I'm in a little bit of a trouble situation. I try and get away with no health, but Kennen comes in, turret dives us both, and we are going to go down. So there's just a lot of no health champions. Yi picks up a double kill with one alpha strike, so I don't know if he's going to die. He does die from an ignite from Kennen, so unfortunate. Ignite a really good spell. I honestly think I should run it on Singed. That's the thing, is I'm not used to running Ghost, because I usually do run Ignite on Singed, and I need to actually remember to do that next time. So I'm going 3-3-3. It's 10-8. We have 2 turrets. They have 1 turret. We've picked up Dragon. They have not, I don't think, to the best of my knowledge. So I definitely say we are ahead. And yeah, as my friend Chive says, wishes he was Karthus, because honestly that would have been probably a quadra kill right there for a Karthus. Which is the bummer. Me and Rammus are going to go up here to try and get a free turret. Rammus obviously really good at getting turrets because his ult does damage turrets. And finally, I do pick up my Roa after those kills mid, so hopefully we should get a free turret here. Does not look like it's going to be free. I'm just not in a really big position to help that. Kennen does ult, and Kennen really is doing all their damage right now. So, I mean, you got to back when you can, knowing that you can't get away. Ashe actually spots Mayoki. He's going to run the other way, or Tree Dude, sorry, so that I know I'm mispronouncing his name. I'm just going to try and slow and keep them away from this bot turret, which looks like what they're going to push. Sorry, top turret. A great hawk shot from Ashe is going to show all their positions. Kind of grouped around Baron, which is a little scary because it is the 18-minute mark, so Baron is up. Yeah, I would be pretty surprised if they could get it. But, you know, it's still a mystery. Anivia taking a lot of damage. Does flash out of there, though. Flash, a very useful summoner skill, if not a little imbalanced sometimes. So we look pretty even. It's 10-9. As I said this a bunch. It's a 1 turret to 2 turrets, 1 dragon to no dragon. Though they may have just picked up dragon. We don't really know because we don't have enough wards right now. It is the jungler's responsibility to pick up those wards late game and early game. But that's not a big deal. So this is kind of the lull that hits in every game. It's like right before the team fight phase where you just like you kind of wait around for like perfect engagement. Don't want to get too split up in case they just go for like a 5-man gank on somebody. And as you can see, we know Poppy's down here, so we know if we engage them, it's a 4v5. And now Kennen's up there, so any possible engage we can get, it'd be a good one. It would be a 3v5. So definitely be on the lookout for that in games. If you can pinpoint where they are, and wards definitely help with this. And we are going to go for a second dragon. We know 2 of them are top, and we know, or not 2 of them are top. One's bot, one's top. So with one of them top, they're not going to want to engage us 4v5. And I'm not sure why you pinged there, but now we know they're all 5 mid. You can tell it just because Poppy's no longer bot. And we actually see Xin doing a lot of damage to Ashe. They do look like they're just going straight for Ashe. Kennen getting an ult off on us, so we cannot protect the carries. A lot of damage going down. Brand busting out the damage. I'm trying to get to the carries, and this is a lag spike. We seriously just hit a lag spike, and I don't know what happened. So, I mean, I'm trying to tear him off Rammus. I flash, and he is going to go down. But, I mean, that lag really cost us because we just lost the team fight. I mean, or did we? No, I guess it was 1-1, but we lost to Nivea, who was worth a lot more than Xin Zhao. So, I did actually have to back because I took a lot of damage. And we are going to have to give him that turret. So, honestly, that lag spike, and that wasn't just us. I don't know if they lagged or not, but we just completely lagged out. And the thing is, we were in the worst position, so we really couldn't lag out there. And then we have some turret dive going down on Rammus. I'm going to try and pick up some kills here. It's tough because it is a 4v5, so I don't want to do anything stupid. Or not a 4v5, 4v2 with Yi just spawning now, so definitely a little bit of a disadvantage there. I am going to try and farm bot so that we don't lose another tower. It kind of stinks that we lost mid tower because of a lag in a team fight, but you know, I'm assuming they experienced the same amount of lag. The only issue is that we were in definitely the worst position to have lagged out. Our tanks got caught in the front. Me and Rammus got caught in the front by a Kennen ult, very well played, while Xin snuck around and took care of our carries at Nivea and Ashe. So definitely unfortunate. It's nearly time. So now we reached kind of another lull. It is 11-11. It is now 2 turrets to 2 turrets, so it's pretty much a dead even game. The only advantage is the fact that we've picked up Dragon twice, and I don't believe they've picked it up once. So I'm way out of position, but Poppy and Brand are completely out of position. Kennen ults does an incredible amount of damage, and we look like we're just definitely behind this team fight. Rammus really close to going down. I don't know how much armor he has, but he's really low, and I'm going to run in and try and do any damage I can. We do pick up 1 kill, Anivia. Well played there. A good ult from Brand, and I am just going to try and stay in there. I pick up Poppy. I'm going to go straight for the Xin Zhao. I am going to kill him for a double kill, and I see that little hamster, and I want him so bad, but I don't believe I'll be able to get him. A good taunt from Rammus, and we are able to pick up Kennen, so really just coming in there at the last moment. And Singed is one of those characters where if they have half health or even 3/4 health, they can be in a lot of trouble. because his poison does do a lot of damage. His fling and his slow allow him to chase really well. So I'm going to take this advantage. I know Brand is up, but he just backed. Maoki just got up, and he's going to teleport here. So not able to get that many tower hits, but we definitely came out ahead in that team fight. We went from 11 to 11 to 15-13. And it seems like Dragon's just about to be up. We don't actually have it timed. We should do that. It's every 6 minutes, but not that big a deal. Yi actually doing really good job noticing they're out of position and gonna go for a backdoor. This is where I got greedy. I went for blue buff and I didn't realize they were all actually up. I thought they were still down. I should be in that bush at least checking for them, but I'm not. So going for this blue buff. Maoki does bomb it. I should run right away. I'm not sure why I'm staying here. I gave them way too much time to position themselves, but they're not going to be able to kill me, I don't think. So I am able to get out of there, but somebody just went down. I guess Ashe went down. I think it was a little bit of a gank with Xin. And Yi looks like he's about to fall too. Does pick up the Xin Zhao kill, but will probably go down to Poppy. Luckily, we do have Ken in there to save Yi's life. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of there alive, and I'm not in a position to go join that fight yet. This is what sucks when you have to wait in the fountain to heal, and you can't get to a team fight. So I'm going to ghost down there. I don't know what the health is like, but definitely we want to keep him from getting the second mid tower because it was definitely one of the most important towers. This mid line is one you definitely want to be in control of and don't want to lose. We do need wards at this point. Master Yi buying wards, playing very smart. And yes, it's around 16 to 15. We did lose that little engagement. Ashe caught out of position did kind of result in us losing 2, I think, and picked up 1 with Xin, but still not worth it for a 2v1 trade. So this game is incredibly even for a ranked 5s team match. I've seen a lot of pre-made Stomp Fests. I've been in a lot of pre-made Stomp Fests, but I don't know. It's interesting that this is not one. Oh, sorry, guys. So we see Poppy a little bit out of position. I do not think we'll be able to catch up to her. Anivia and Yi playing it smart, kind of setting up a bit of a gank. Looks like the ult from Kennen is going to damage and kill Ashe. However, Rammus, a beautiful taunt, is going to pick up that kill, so good job to him. I definitely would trade Kennen for Ashe any day. Kennen is their main source of AP damage and is hitting pretty hard. Does not have a Rabadon's yet, but is, I think, going to be building that next. I'm surprised she went Abyssal Scepter first, actually. We are going to pick up Dragon again. I think we picked up every Dragon so far, so our team definitely really been smart about our Dragon timings, picking it up every time it's available. Kills really even, but we do have, I think we've picked up 4 times now, so that's an extra 600 gold that we've gotten. So definitely worth it at that point. Just taking every advantage. So at this point, I will be building my tank items. I do have a Fawn, which is going to help a lot dealing with Kennen. As for their AD, oopsie. Sorry guys, a little bit of lag. As I was saying, as for their AD, I'm not too worried about Xin Zhao or Poppy. Just going to help Anivia a little bit with blue. And then should be able to farm Ashe really out of position. I'm not sure why she's so far top by herself. She has been ganking. She's been ganked a lot during this game. And definitely should be a little more passive. And then they actually went to Dragon, and I told them we got it. So they do know we warded it, but not that big a deal. Bad engage on our part. 2 people out of position. It was a 3v5, but I am here to come clean up everything. Yi gonna pick up a kill. I want to go for that stupid hamster. Gonna go straight for him, flip him backwards so that he can be damaged by everyone. A good ignite going down, and I'm gonna chase this Poppy. I know she's got her ult up, but she will go down to poison. And I throw her backwards, and she goes down, and that is the ace. So Obviously, knowing your role as a tank, important. We lost Rammus, but we just picked up 5 of them. So while the engage wasn't perfect, he did make the right call in, sacrificing himself for those carries. And yeah, we are going to be picking up 2 turrets, and we should be able to pick up an inhib as well. So ace is obviously incredibly important. Even with one person, they can defend turrets. But when you get aced, obviously you pretty much get free turrets. And just going to pick a little bit extra CS up and then going to back. So as for right now, our AP carry getting really fed, which is good. Yi getting decently fed, has not the best CS. He could definitely have better, but not a big deal. And I'm going to go start clearing lanes. I do have a red buff, so I could poison all day if I wanted to, which is actually really fun. I'm not sure why I don't. Obviously not going to be too over-eager and go for tower. They did want me to steal this blue, but I thought that was a really bad idea because right here I just get ganked. But, I mean, they're not going to be able to kill me because I'm singed. I don't even have flash or ult or any... Or, I do have ult, but I don't even have flash. I can just run away. So, barely getting out of there, poisoning like half their team to half health. And we pick up a free kill on Poppy. Obviously, I'm in the back, not much health, but I did do a lot of damage to their team. So, we will be able to pick up 2 kills. And chasing Singed, obviously one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Yi getting a little over aggressive. Not sure why he flashed into that with Kennen, Mao. I mean, I don't think Kennen was that low, but definitely not worth it. So I am going to pick up the better half of a Sunfire. Alright, so I'm going to pick up an entire Sunfire, get a little tankier, get some more damage close up, and apparently our team is still fighting. Oh my god, I can't commentate. This is so much action. Oh my gosh. So, Mayoki still in the ult of Anivia. Rammus using his ult, going to pick up a kill. They're going to be chasing Kennen. He is rolling. He's really fast. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that kill. He does knock her. He should taunt her. They're trying to get him off, but Shadow Strike, very well played, able to pick up that kill. Was in defensive ball curl, so did not take his optimal damage from Brand and from Poppy, and will be able to back out of there. So good pickup. I did actually ult to get there faster. I didn't know what they were going to do, but that was a good game. So 31 minutes, surrender 6-3-11. I did get a little denied by Kennen, but, well. So as I said before, if you guys have any graphics you want to send me, that would be sweet. Or if you guys have any replay files, I would definitely be open to casting other people's games. So, yes, hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you.